Hello and welcome to this Redstor video, in which we're going to be looking at the backup and protection of servers, desktops and laptops, or what we refer to as machines. The first thing we're going to do is click on Machines. You'll be shown a machine's overview, which will give you insight into the amount of data that's being protected and the number of desktops, laptops and various server editions. You can also see a summary of your backup and recovery status in the last 24 hours, as well as the amount of data protected and how that has grown over time. You also have the ability to select all machines. This will give you an overview of all of the machines being protected, including the total number, the type of machine, and the architecture of those machines. And we're going to show you later on in the video how you can do more from this screen. But the first thing that we're going to do is add a new machine. We're going to create a folder, and this is going to create a container for that machine to sit in. We're going to call it Demo, and you can see that Demo is now available as a container on the left-hand side of the screen. Once this is clicked, we can then click to Deploy. When we do this, we're going to be given a few options to configure this particular deployment. The first is to select the operating system. We have Windows, Mac or Linux available. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use Windows. We can then configure some settings. The first is a full system backup, which will permanently include all data within the backup selection. We've also got remote access, which will allow remote connection to this account via a secure tunnel from within the application. The final step is to create an encryption key, and it's really important that you keep note of the encryption key because this is going to allow you to then access and recover the data in the event of a recovery process. We'll create an encryption key for you, or you can remove this and you can create your own. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to create mine as a password. The next step is to then download the agent. This is going to create a client executable that I can then open. We'll click to show this within the folder. And what I then need to do is copy this particular installer onto the server, desktop or laptop that I would like to protect. Once the desktop agent is installed on the desktop, laptop or server that you'd like to protect, you'll then be able to open up that agent and you can manually kick off, for instance, backups and recoveries and configure different options within the particular agent. To continue the video though, we're going to head back into the web application. I'm going to use a machine that I've already ran a number of backups on to show you the rest of the options that you have when managing machines within the Redstor application. You can see an overview for this particular container, including the total amount of data protected, the number of machines contained within, and you can also see the number of licenses that are being applied for this particular container. You can also manage settings. If we click to edit, you'll be able to configure your retention policy for this container. This includes how often you'd like to perform roll-ups and how long you'd like those roll-ups to then be retained. There's also things that you can do on the individual machines within the containers. If we look at the machines view below, you'll see the status, the type of machine, its name, when the last backup was ran, the amount of data protected, and the total amount of data that's been protected for that particular machine. If we click on the menu on the right-hand side, you're then also given further options. You can remove this machine, you can move it to a new container, you can disable or rename the machine, and you've also then got options to download a remote agent. When we created this container, we enabled the remote access option, which enables us to click to download the remote agent. If we run this file, it's then going to download a remote client to enable us to gain access to the machine. The final option we have is to recover data using instant data, and this is something we'll look at in the next video. And that's how easy it is to backup and protect machines data with Redstor.